Oh, yay, you're here. Get on in here. It's Friday, because on my drive in, Annette, I was thinking about a question that Shelley asked us yesterday.
Yes.
Good morning,
she asked
Shelley.
whether we would have prefer rain or snow.
And without blinking, we said snow.
Snow.
Yes, we want snow.
Until the drive-in this morning.
I
I was thinking out of that actually too. I was scraping off. Oh, why did I say that? You don't have to do this with rain.
Yeah.
Nice haircut, by the
Oh,
way.
why, thank you.
Very
Oh,
nice.
you noticed.
Very
oh,
nice.
oh, go on.
A little bit of a fade.
Yeah, a little
real
sweet
trendy.
fade. I just sat down in the chair and said, "Give me a sweet fade." And then I was outside this morning without a hat on, trying to scrape the car. I was like, "Ooh, why'd it go so short?" Because it's feeling like January today, isn't it?
It does. Watch what you wish for.
Yes, yes.
Although we didn't really wish this, we just had to pick, right?
Yeah, because it was kind of rainy. Like I don't know. I guess.
So how was your drive-in, Emily?
It was a little sketchy. It wasn't great closer to Burlington, but the closer I got to Hamilton, it actually got a little better. I found. Yeah.
Okay.
There was so up the Highway 6 hill, there was a couple of transports that were kind of having some
Little dodgy.
trouble,
Yes.
getting up the hill, because I guess like all the plows and salters weren't out there yet. So.
Wow.
Okay, welcome back. Last night before I was going to bed, I saw that Lisa Marie was in hospital, and we had just seen her this week.
Lisa Marie Presley,
Lisa
yeah.
Marie Presley.
Yeah.
That she was hospitalized.
We've been talking about her since January, since January, it is January.
Yeah.
Since her father's birthday, we've been talking about her on Chit Chat.
Have we?
Yeah, because she went to, maybe you weren't here?
I don't think I was here.
Yeah, she went to the celebration in Graceland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then she was at the Golden Globes,
Yeah, she was
because
at the
the
Golden Globes.
movie Austin Butler
Yeah.
won at the Golden Globes, and
Yeah.
she was there talking about it.
Yeah.
And then I'm driving into work. I heard this morning. This is
Yeah, singer, unfortunately, Lisa Marie Presley, the only child of the late Elvis Presley, and Priscilla Presley has died at just 54 years old. Lisa was on the red carpet, as we were just saying, just 2 nights before for the Golden Globes. There's lots of interviews of her surfacing online from the Golden Globes. There's a couple, and they're pointing out, and I hate to say it, but they're pointing out that she looks very unsteady. She has to hold on.
So maybe wasn't feeling well. Or...
Yeah, and she was
Yeah.
complaining about stomach issues on Tuesday morning, and she appears to be a little
and
bit...
it's interesting because stomach issues
Are a
are one of the
sign.
indicators for women of
Yeah.
a heart attack.
And shortness
Upsets,
of breath,
yeah,
you could kind of
upset
tell
stomach,
when she
yeah.
was talking. So, I mean, there looked like there could have been some signs to her health issues, but weren't taken care of fast enough, unfortunately.
She had a hard life.
She did.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
trying to live up to her dad her entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
And growing up in celebrity.
growing up in celebrity, and then the whole Michael Jackson thing,
Oh.
how that was kind of put on them, and like he
Yeah.
talked about, like it was just kind of like, let's put these two people together and
Yeah.
then put
See
them
what
out
happens.
and
Yeah.
hopefully
There's
they,
videos
hopefully
of
they
them
can get together.
when it first came out with them kissing at the MMVAs.
Yeah, it was so awkward.
So
like,
awkward
just
and
so
weird,
forced.
and just feel for them.
And then even Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage was such an Elvis fan, like
Yeah.
huge, massive Elvis
Yeah,
fan.
and you almost wonder, like, was she a part of the collection?
yeah,
Probably.
Right?
So
Yeah.
Sort of think.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm guessing, yeah.
And 54, just so young.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
so young.
So you feel bad for Priscilla and all Elvis fans and Lisa Marie fans.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. Well, it turns out, moving on, that Julia Roberts isn't really a Roberts. The discovery comes from the PBS show Finding Your Roots. Maybe told a little fib.
This is the second time we had somebody else.
This show is Edward Norton.
Edward Norton.
This show is proving to be a little dodgy, like it's pulling out some stuff.
Would you want to know?
Yes.
You want to know?
I would want to know.
I
Sign me
guess.
up.
Yeah.
I want to be next.
Get on there. Come on, PBS.
Let's do this.
Head at home. Shelley, marriage, would you want to know about your ancestors? Like if you're not a marriage?
I wouldn't want to. Yeah, I wouldn't want to know if I wasn't.
If you weren't.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that information.
Yeah,
I
I'm
wouldn't
with
know.
you. Okay.
It is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You can't
Yeah.
change it.
Yeah.
It is what it is, but still. I don't know. I'm sentimental.
It's Friday, there you are. Come on in, because it's Friday, and not only is it Friday, it is Friday the 13th, and not only that, it's a little snowy out there. So.
Not the greatest for heading into Port Dover today.
Yeah, so let's bring the crew in. We got Shelley in for Brian, and we have Emily Vukovic. Good to see you, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
So earlier, Shelley, we were talking like at 6:30 about if people would still be going to Port Dover. Obviously, in the summer, they have to close roads, and you
Yeah.
get thousands and
Packed.
thousands of bikers down
Yeah.
there. So then we put it out on the socials if people would still go to Dover over without their bikes, and we got some responses on social media. This is from Alan Strang. Morning, Alan. He says, yes, bikers will show up bikeless for PD 131. Would expect a couple hundred people plus.
Wow.
Thong man. I hope he has a
Yay.
fur-lined
I like
thong.
the thong man.
Emily, do you know who Thong Man is?
I don't, but is he kind of like the naked cowboy?
Yeah.
Kind
Yeah,
of,
I have a
yes.
feeling.
You will meet him one day.
Oh, like in person?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
This one from Beauty. Yes, if the weather isn't any good, lots of motorcycles will just drive to Port Dover and walk around to go to the restaurants, shops, and bars. So
Yep.
that's good news for
That's good.
Yeah.
Port
For the
Dover.
businesses there.
Got one more for you, and this is from Rachel. Yes, absolutely. We are heading there today without the bike. Can't break the tradition for a little bit of snow.
Yeah.
Happy Friday the 13th.
Good
So
job.
thanks
Wow,
everybody
good for
for
them.
reaching
That's
out there.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's hardcore.
Yeah.
Nothing
right?
stops them.
Yeah. So
Right.
Emily, you were saying in the break that you like the snow.
Well, no, I didn't say that. I said I'm glad it's snowing.
Oh, okay. So what's the difference?
Okay.
There's a huge difference. I'm glad it's snowing because walking my dog these last couple of weeks have been absolutely miserable. The mud and the spray and the bath and the towel and the whole rigmarole. I'm glad I don't have to do that with snow. You just brush it off and away you go. There's no mud involved.
Right.
Yeah.
Just saying, it's another point for Team Cat.
Team Cat over there.
Might have been cuddled up on little beds in
carrying
front
member
of the
of-
registers.
Except for Emily, when the dogs get the little ice balls in their paws.
Well, that's nuisance,
That's
but when it
hard.
melts, it doesn't leave a muddy puddle. It just leaves a water puddle.
Yeah, you know what I do? I squish the ice ball until it just melts.
Yeah.
Because it hurts his little paws.
Oh.
So I beat him to the punch before he makes a mess.
A little bongo.
Good for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Pongo.
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 Oh, Pongo. Thanks, Tim.
I can never get Shelly's dog's name right. Pongo.
Yeah,
Morning.
it's never
From 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah.
Think of that. He's not a Dalmatian, but yeah, just think of that.
Yeah.
Good morning,
Pongo.
Pongo, if you're watching.
Cute.
Let's
Do we
get.
still have time for traffic? Because if not, that's fine.
I think we need traffic, don't we? On
We
this
really
day?
need it today.
Yeah, we
We
need
do
it
need
today.
it. Yes, yes.
Well, it may be winter, but we're talking about camping. We are here at Outdoor Travel with Dave, and it's not only about RVs, but we've got trailers to talk about as well.
Yes, it's interesting. There's been some surveys at the end of last year about camping, and there's a lot of folks that have never camped that want to get into the outdoor lifestyle, and in particular, 60% are interested in researching the RV lifestyle.
Really?
And while researching online is great, there's the best resource is gorving.ca. What they find is it's better for customers to come to a dealership, and we're very welcoming if customers want to come. We understand that we can educate people more on financing options, how service and warranty works, because it is unique with the RV industry, and all the different types of trailers. What we're looking at here is relatively something new.
It's cool.
As opposed to what we used to call a pop-up tent trailer, this weighs just over 2,000 pounds.
Okay.
And they've got these tents built on top.
Oh,
It's
that's where the
got-
kids can sleep.
You can sleep up top, you can sleep inside. It's even a little mini toy hauler if you want to bring on a small motorcycle. You got heating and air conditioning. So that's where we start. We've got
super
then
cool.
bigger travel trailers. We've got most common to get up into something like this, around 25 feet.
Oh, yeah, this is what we're talking about here. This is gorgeous.
So we're very understanding and welcoming that customers want to come to the dealership time sometimes just as an information visit.
Well, yeah, absolutely, because this is such a big investment. This is not something that you think about lightly. You're like, you know what, I'm going to go buy an RV. You want to come, sit down with somebody like yourself who's a professional, who's an expert, who knows about these types of things, and you can really get what's customized to your needs.
Yeah, our sales staff love the fact that we can go over the lifestyle in general because there's some really neat information. You know, what's the best way to buy it? There are special finance programs in place that are a great way to go. And we've got everything openly displayed.
Yeah.
We've got all of our sale pricing and everything. And,
Amazing.
in particular, we've got a big sale starting today.
Oh,
So for the next 2 weeks, we've got some incredible incentives in place. We've got to clean out the 2022s.
yeah.
And we welcome people to come down and just have a look.
All right.
We've got trailers and fifth wheels, the bigger ones we'll look at later on, and
All right.
all different sized motorhomes too.
Well, there you go. We're going to be talking about the fifth wheels coming up. So make sure you stay with us. Lots more to come on Morning Live.
Okay, that's it for weather and traffic. Here's Chit Chat.
with Emily. What you got for us this half hour?
Well, first off, Tim, I got her kettle. just
Yes,
so
thank
you
you
know.
for that,
You're
Emily.
welcome.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
walked into the kitchen. I'm like, oh, the kettle has already boiled. Tim wasn't here, obviously.
I was, though. I will always have her back.
Thank you.
Joni Mitchell, that's who we're talking about. Joni Mitchell is the first Canadian recipient of the Library of Congress Gershwin Prize, the nation's highest award for influence, impact, and achievement in popular music.
Think about how many songs she's written and co-written and
Oh,
the influence
Landslide.
she's had.
Landslide was the song that my dad and I danced to at my wedding. Such incredible memories of Joni Mitchell.
Landslide.
Yeah.
I think, is that Fleetwood Mac?
It's the Fleetwood Mac, but she sang it at my wedding. Yeah, it was like her
really?
cover of, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it was
So
so
she
good.
she is revered by artists. There was a documentary called Laurel Canyon that came out
Yes,
a few
that's
years ago,
right.
and everybody.
Yeah.
The Laurel Canyon was an area in Los Angeles where all these rockers lived, and like she was the person that everybody looked up to,
Yeah.
because her
She was the
writings-
icon.
She was the icon.
Yeah.
When she was just a kid, like, and all they were all
Yeah.
kids at that time. But the way that she was able to write songs,
Yeah.
everybody was so jealous on how she was able to write, and her voice, obviously,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Very distinctive.
Well, this is such gossip, but I have to talk about it. It is such gossip. Falling in love and lawyering up. TJ Holmes and Amy Robach could be suing ABC after not knowing why they were taken off the air a month ago. We'll post this question to ABC. Has ABC ever used the morals or conduct clause to fire or discipline consenting adults at equal levels when both were white?
Are they not back on the air?
No,
No.
they haven't been back on the
They
air
haven't been
since.
back on the air. So
no.
anyway, so they worked together, and then they had a romantic relationship.
On this show that came on after, it was called
They're on-
GMA3. So Good Morning
3.
America.
Three, yeah. And so they're saying the only thing that, ABC could have against them is that they didn't come to them soon enough with their relationship. But what are you supposed to do? Like, go to your boss when you catch some feelings? Like, ooh, I think I have a
I
crush
think I
on-
might- yeah.
I might like him. So should
Yeah.
I tell my boss?
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, coming up after 8 o'clock, Hamilton Mayor Andrew Horvath is going to join us.
Yes. All right. And it's another Music Friday. Los Angeles Latin rhythm band Tribe performs their latest single.
We're going to dance.
Okay, let's do it like that. If you're celebrating a birthday this weekend, crank it up. You share it with Foo Fighters' Dave Grohl. Happy birthday.
That is it for traffic and weather. Here's Emily.
Well, we've upgraded slightly to a motor home, Dave. This is absolutely gorgeous. What type of home are we looking at here?
So this is a 30-foot Class A motorhome. There's a couple different types. We have in stock and sell a variety of motorhomes starting at about 23 feet right up to about 38 feet.
Wow, that's large.
Not too large. And what's interesting, when customers are considering the lifestyle, they're often focused only on how can I take it to a campground
Right.
and use it. But what often happens is customers realize after they own it how much more they can use it. What's good to understand is that RVs, for the most part, don't have to be at a campground and hooked up.
Oh.
They're fully functional when you're not at a campground. Wow. So what happens is, quite often after someone owns a motorhome or a trailer, they realize, hey, I can take this to, their kids sometimes do sports tournaments.
Oh, like a
baseball,
soccer tournament or
hockey.
something?
Yeah.
When you're going to be there all weekend sitting in the blazing hot sun, why not bring your kitchen?
It's nice to have your own private, clean bathroom, all of your food.
Yeah.
And especially if you have pets. We've got our little mascot here,
Oh,
Rex.
so
but
cute.
If, but motorhomes like this have the capability of you can set the thermostat and then the air conditioner will start up all by itself.
Oh, that's so great.
But customers sometimes, you go to fall festivals.
Yeah.
family-
Music festivals.
Music festivals,
Yeah.
family reunions, and these are all neat things that you could bring your RV to.
Wow.
We've added now into so many RVs that we sell things like solar panel packages. They've got bigger holding tanks,
Oh, that's great.
much more efficient appliances. So you
I wanna
don't
look in
have
the
to be
bedroom.
hooked up at a campground.
That's so, a lot of people, yeah, I would never have thought that. I know because you see them sometimes at regular campsites and you see them sometimes at events, but mostly you think that you'd have to go somewhere where you can hook up to your electricity and your water and everything. But if you don't need to do that, Oh my gosh, the bed's huge. Is that a king size?
That is king size.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing how many of the bigger motorhomes now do have king size beds.
Yeah, I mean,
It's even got washer dryer back there.
it's
too.
nicer than my spare bedroom at home. All right, we'll be right back with Dave coming up on Morning Live.
Okay, you can send your angry emails of me using chopsticks and using the communal plate to tim.bolin@chch.com.
I looked at that and I thought, oh, we could all share in that, but now
And then I go back into it.
not.
You know how many times I've gotten viewers? Because I do this a lot. Because when I was out doing what you're doing now, Emily, and Shelley, you've done it a lot too, out in the community, eating.
Yeah.
I'm like going back in and using like the fork that you shouldn't do, and you're doing it on TV, and people are watching, and then they're just saying, "Why are you doing that, Tim?"
Yes.
Sometimes it's me. Why are you doing that, Tim?
Yes, there's a lot of questions.
Because I know that's coming back for us, and now we can't eat it.
Yeah.
Because you got cooties.
No, you just use. I went for the middle. You can use the outsides. I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay.
no.
It's Friday.
Yes.
That's the main thing.
Yes,
Good
it is
morning.
Friday.
Good morning.
Emily, would you like to
Shelley.
explain why you were out of breath coming in?
Oh, yes, I would. I'm not sure if I'm more upset that Tim used the communal chopsticks to eat from the plate, or is that if he almost killed me in the hallway?
With the chopsticks?
If I'm more upset about the chopsticks or the fact that he pushed me out of the way because
I
we were
don't
racing.
know. I don't know what you're talking about.
We were racing to get into the studio, and let me show you. This is what I'm wearing on my foot.
Yes.
Okay? I'm winning the race. I'm about to win, grab the door handle, pushes me out of the way, and
doesn't
That's
sound
what I heard.
That
That's
doesn't
what I
sound
heard.
like something
Yeah,
I would do.
I know.
Wow.
Never. Nothing.
Tim.
I
Nothing.
could have
Something I
broken
would
ankle.
do. Yes.
I could have broken my neck.
You got to be
Tim.
careful. It's a little slippery out there.
Yeah.
Not only in
Yeah.
the studio, but out in the roads too,
Oh,
right?
the roads
Shelley?
as well, Shelley.
But just
Yeah.
remember, those heels can be used as a weapon next time.
Yep.
Emily,
Thanks,
right? Yeah. Girl power.
You're on your own, Tim.
I know. We're being dominated here. Good goodness on a Friday. It is the Friday the 13th. Many people will be heading to Port Dover. Maybe not on their bikes, but they're going to be going there, as we've
Yep.
heard from some
To meet
viewers.
up.
How is travel out there right now, Shelley?
Pushes off to the east later on in the day. All right, that is it for weather and traffic. Here's Emily.
Okay, well, now we've come to the really big stuff here at Outdoor Travel. Dave, what's one of the most common questions that people ask you when they just have a G license, like myself?
They want to know, how big can I go?
How big can it get? What's a big truck that I want to drive?
And there's two considerations. One, if we're looking at a motorhome, or if we're looking at a big fifth wheel or any other travel trailer.
Okay.
The first restriction on a G license is that whatever you're going to drive, the total combined weight cannot be more than 11,000 kilograms or 24,000 pounds.
Okay.
So the motorhome that we're looking at here is 38 feet and well under that 24,000 pound weight limit. So anybody with a G license,
I could drive that.
You could drive that if you
Wow.
get a regular G license.
I don't know if I should, but I could.
The only thing you'd have to be cautious with is if you were going to tow something behind it, you have to make sure that the total combined weight of what you're going to tow and the motorhome is no more than 24,000 pounds. Wow. The other restriction on the Class G license is what they call the weight of the trailer you're going to tow.
Okay.
And that weight restriction is 4,600 kilograms or 10,000 pounds. What's important to know is that the Ministry of Transportation's definition of trailer weight is the weight displaced at the axles. So if you're in this big fifth wheel, which is about 38 feet, this is going to be more than 10,000 pounds. And way back when, what you used to have to tow something like this is a Class A restricted license. But several years ago, the Ontario Dealer Association got together with the Ontario Ministry of Transportation and came up with a special permit
Oh.
that I have here in my hands that is just for RVs.
Okay.
And if someone wants to get into a big fifth wheel like this,
Oh, wow.
you can make an appointment and come to the dealership. It's very simple. It just takes about an hour. And the ministry's put together this checklist for us to go through that makes sure the customer understands all of the safety features.
Oh, that really simplifies it.
It does. And then what they issue is this special permit, which allows somebody with a regular G license to tow something this big.
Right.
And we do it here at the dealership,
Okay.
and it's very simple, very straightforward.
How long does the permit last for?
Oh, it's for life. It doesn't
It's for
have
life.
to be
So once
renewed.
you get the permit, so if you have a G license, you want to tow something this massive, all you have to do is come and get your permit, do the checklist, kind of passed the course, I guess, and you're all set.
And if customers want to ask questions, all of our sales staff is very knowledgeable on these rules and regulations, and we've got this big sale starting today through the 24th, so it's a great time for customers to come down and ask us all about it.
All right, well now, if you want an RV, this is the time to get it. Stay with us, lots more to see coming up.
That is it for traffic and weather. Here's Chit Chat.
And we're chit-chatting about something that I know nothing about, but you guys do.
Yes.
We sure do. Now, for more than 50 years, there has been a guide for girls navigating the awkwardness of early adolescence and puberty, and now it is at the big screen. When I was a little girl, I'm guessing probably in grade 6 or 7, which is a little bit older. She's 15 or 16 in the book. We had, no, grade 5 or grade 6. Sorry, I was in grade 7. She's grade 6, I think, in the book. We would all stand in the coat room and we would say, I must increase my bust. The bigger, the better, the never mind.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
It's a line in the
It's
book.
iconic.
Yeah.
I must.
I bet if
must
you ask
increase
Liz,
my
I'm
bust.
sure she's read this book.
Oh, or
this is-
heard
so-
of it, or knows that mantra,
Yeah.
like the line, like
This
it's,
is a
it's
this is
so
a famous book.
Famous book by Judy
Judy
Blume.
Blume.
Judy
Yeah.
Blume.
It's all about little girls coming to age with their bodies, and they're changing bodies and going through menstruation and having to buy,
Why did I
maxi
read
pads.
this?
And well, you don't have to read it, but I mean, your little girls might want to read
bet
it
your
at
sister
some
read it
age.
too.
Yeah, like it's iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
So
to know.
Annette and
I
I
need
are
to know
going to
this
see
stuff.
it, and you're not invited.
Okay,
Yes.
I need to know this stuff because it's coming for me.
All right, Selena Gomez is back on social media. The singer-actress announced her return recently in a series of selfies. Like, I feel seen when I read this, and I understand where she's coming from, because social media can be so toxic, it can be so consuming, that at a time you just kind of want to...
Yeah.
Especially for women.
Yeah, especially. But we also saw the good of it, because in our kicker today, it was how social media helped that checkout.
It was a cashier, an 82-year-old cashier
Oh,
that's
yeah,
still been
that's
working,
Walmart,
and somebody
yeah.
raised money, put it out on TikTok,
Yeah,
raised
he
money
could
for a
retire.
GoFundMe page that he was able to retire.
But do you also feel that TikTok, it's kind of a different medium than social media, than
It's kind of its own
be,
thing.
yes.
Instagram?
It's its
Yeah.
own thing.
Like, I feel like it's a little more news-based as opposed to
Okay, we have
highlight
to
reel.
go, because you got to go to outdoor travel.
Let's head back to outdoor travel. Well, our tour continues here at Outdoor Travel, and RV lifestyle, I think it's the way to go. We've been seeing some really nice rigs, I guess we could call it that. Dave, a lot of people wonder, you can use it in the summer, you can use it in the fall, spring, sure, yes. What about winter camping? Can you bring one of these out in the winter?
The answer is yes.
Amazing.
We have a variety of RVs that are able to be used in the winter.
Okay.
The industry benchmark is to consider whether it's good for what they call 0 degree, when the 0 degree Fahrenheit, or minus 18 degrees Celsius. There's certain brands that we sell that they are actually factory tested in a controlled environment to be fully functional at those kind of temperatures.
Okay, so they can go either way. You can use it in the summer and in the winter.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
And not everybody wants to camp in minus 20 degree temperatures, but
Me being one of them.
one consideration though is if you're going to travel south for a trip in the wintertime, it's nice to be able to use the RV from the beginning you leave your home.
That's true, and then you don't have to, you can save on hotels on the way down, and you can just, if you're going to camp in an RV, in your RV when you get there, yeah.
So this is fairly big.
This is huge. It's gorgeous.
this
Oh, it's
is
got a
about 40
fireplace and
feet.
everything.
Well, that's what's made it quite attractive for cold weather. You'll see multiple sources of heat. This has a fireplace. You've got propane heating. You've also got air conditionings that also heat too. They've got heat pumps in them. So you'll see multiple sources of heat. And where this is big, again, this is 40 feet, but we've got travel trailers that are considered 4 season. We got a
Really?
great variety of fifth wheels that are rated for 4 season, and motorhomes too.
I honestly just can't believe how gorgeous the layout is, how beautiful all of the fixtures are. I mean, people would think this is nicer than my house.
This is kind of unique. That rear bedroom there, which is elevated, what's actually underneath that bed is a garage. It's actually a
Really?
toy hauler. You could bring along a motorcycle or golf cart.
No way, that's super cool. A garage under the bed. Never thought I'd say those words. Okay, you've got a big sale coming up or happening right now.
We do.
Tell me
like
about that.
this RV, we got a huge selection in stock. We've got some real nice incentives in place for the next 2 weeks. The sale is on now through the 24th.
Okay.
And the 2022's got to go. We've got travel trailers, fifth wheels, and motorhomes. On Saturdays, we've got the patio all set up. We've got the fireplace out there going. We've got apple cider, hot chocolate, and snacks, and
All right.
just a great time with some of the shows canceled to come to the dealership and check everything out. We
Yeah.
welcome people to come just to have an interest in the lifestyle, and we're here to explain everything.
Yeah, come ask your questions if you're interested in the RV lifestyle. This is the place to be. Thanks so much, Dave, for having us here today.
Well, thank you. This has been fun.